I'm Hubert, and this is...
Hi, I'm Evangelos from Drawlab Entertainment.
Yes, and we are here at the UK Game Expo 2019, and we're going to be showing you this game.
Fired up.
Okay, so just tell us a little bit about this game.
Sure. Fired Up is a cyberpunk arena game, but in the game we're not the fighters, we're the crowd.
Okay.
So during the game, what we want to achieve is we want to witness some cool highlights.
Yep.
We don't care who is going to perform them, but we're going to try to influence all those fighters indirectly by our action dice to do what we would like to witness.
Okay.
So how this works is that we have some highlight cards, which is this deck over here.
Okay.
And every round, each player has 4 different cards. And after you draw your cards, you will only keep 2 of those.
Okay.
So you have 4 different options. You will keep 2 of those, and you will try to make this happen during the game. The way to do it is through your action dice. So every round, I will have 6 dice. I will roll them, and I can use as many as I want in a single fighter.
Right.
So for example, I can ask this guy to change his target, and instead of this one, he can attack somebody else.
Okay, so we've got, on this board, there's like 6 different fighters.
No, 5.
Oh, there's 5. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
2, 4,
No
5.
worries.
5 different fighters, and are there always 5?
Yeah, we depending on the number of players, if you play with 2 or 3 players, we have 4 fighters.
Right.
We have 7 different ones at the moment, but we're working on having more of them perhaps in the game, depending on the Kickstarter campaign itself.
Okay.
And each fighter has different stats, and if you play the advanced variant, you have also an ability.
So you've got different bits on these cards, and they've got
Yeah, exactly.
like all their like different health and stats, and you've got these little markers that go on top. This is still a prototype, isn't it? So,
Yeah, it is a prototype. It's pretty close to the final version, so the miniatures are going to look like this.
something like it's some big ones.
Yeah, well, these are not going in the game, but they're very cool to see,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
show
have them
you.
with me. And we're going to use these plastic beads as well, but of course it's not going to be just paper, it's going to be like cardboard.
Proper
and stuff.
cardboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously these are going to be custom dice.
Yeah, these are going to be
and-
engraved and not just like stickered.
So you're so as you play. So how do you actually play the game?
So after I have chosen my 2 highlight cards, I have my dice, I can roll them. I can re-roll them once if I don't like the outcome very much.
Okay.
And then I can use as many dice as I want in any of the fighters.
All right.
Now the thing is that after I influence one of the fighters, like let's say that I go to this guy, I ask him to run faster. So with this action, he will be the second one in the initiative order to attack at the end of the round. I can also change his target so that he can attack a different fighter. But because now that I have used some dice on the fighter, his influence track decreases by 1.
Oh, so these guys don't actually move on the board, do they?
No, it's just
They just
VFA.
point.
Yeah, exactly. They point who they're going to attack by themselves at the end of the round. So when everybody has played all their dice, these are going to attack by the values that we have set during the game.
Right.
So with the dice, we can like increase their attack or decrease their or increase their defense, or if we like boo them a lot, their stats might actually go down. Instead of
you
up.
can boo them.
Yeah, you can cheer them, you can boo them. You're the crowd. You
Yeah.
do what you can with your voice, right?
Right.
But every time that we influence a fighter, we move the influence track, and if it goes to 0, he will stop listening to us. Yeah, he has his own thing going on, right? He's not going to listen to the crowd at everything. We're not his coach.
Yeah. So how do you actually win this game?
So when we go to the battle phase, when everybody has used all their dice, we're going to score these cards according to how well they're going to perform. So let's say, for example, that it's time for Kane to attack. He will roll that many dice.
Kane
so
is
2.
this character.
Yeah.
He looks like a speedster.
Yeah, he's pretty fast.
So they
and-
all have different. They have all asymmetric abilities.
Yes, and asymmetric stats as well.
Yeah. So this guy's a bit chunkier.
Yeah, he has more health points, and
But
if
he's
he
slower.
manages to block you, he will also counter-attack you as well. So he's pretty hard to kill, but he's the slowest.
And this guy's got 4 arms.
Yeah, why not?
Is this guy here? Is it? Is this-
Yeah, exactly. It's his big brother, let's say.
It's life model decoy.
Yeah. And how the attack work is super simple. I have 2 attack dice, so I will roll them. This guy, let's say, has 3 defense dice.
And you're going to try to defend, and they've got shields
Yeah,
on them. So
exactly. So if you match the same symbols, then the attack is blocked. But
Okay.
for every symbol that you did not match, you receive the damage. So not you yourself, but the fighter.
The fighter in
Yeah.
the middle of the table in the.
So
in
it
the
doesn't really
arena.
matter who rolls the dice. You just see it happening.
So, how do you know which one you're rooting for? Which
So
one?
that's the cool thing about
that-
the game. You're not rooting for anyone in particular. You just want to see something cool happening. You want to
Okay.
see, for example, somebody doing a lot of damage, but you don't really care who is going to do it.
Right.
So maybe during the round, you're going to bump their attack values pretty much, so that anybody can roll a lot of symbols that go undefended, and you're going to score.
Okay.
So you're going to try your thing with different characters, or if somebody does something opposite from what you want, you can adapt and do it with a different fighter as well. So that's pretty much how the game works, which is a pretty different twist from what were used in arena games.
Yes. Yeah.
And also another way to get points is that we have a betting board, and if you have rolled this symbol, you can bet. So we have 3 bets since the beginning of the game, like who is going to die first, or who is going to stay alive at the end of the game.
Yeah.
So I can choose one of the fighters in secret and bet him face down. And if this happens at the end of the game, I get extra points.
Okay.
So these are the 2 ways that I can play the game pretty much. And there are of course a few things that are going to happen during the game. That,
Right.
Like counterattacks and wounds and stuff like that, but they're like super detailed.
So when's this game? So it's a late prototype.
Yeah, it's pretty close to the Kickstarter date. We're going to launch it at the end of June, around the 20th.
Yeah, June 29th, 2019,
Yeah.
and I take it it's going to be on Kickstarter.
Yeah, it's going on Kickstarter.
So we'll put a link in the description of the video,
Thank you.
so people can go like if they're interested in backing this game. And there's also stretch goals. and
Yeah,
all
for
this kind of
sure. We
thing.
have a lot of things that we have prepared. So I hope we have a lot of backing that can help us make the game have even more gameplay value on it. So we have like more fighters that we have worked on. We have a
Yeah.
couple of mini expansions that we're also working at the moment, and we're fine tuning them. So depending on how well this will go, we will have a lot of surprises to offer to the crowd.
Oh, good. Okay, well, it looks amazing. I like the fact that it's got a completely different take on the arena. You know, you're not in the arena,
Yeah.
you're the crowd,
Exactly.
and you want to be entertained.
Exactly.
And so you don't really care if this guy ends up being knocked flat on his back or not. If it's part of the plan, then great.
Yeah. You
So-
want to see something cool and leave the stadium fired up.
Yeah, like I said, you want to be entertained.
Exactly.
Anyway, so if you like this game, if you want to back it, then please back it. And,
Yeah, please do.
And you are the voice today. I'm Hubert,
I'm Evangelos, and this is Fired Up.
and we are at the UKGE 2019 and saying goodbye for now.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.